How are you, children of God? I want to share something about the lessons that we get from the book of Genesis. I want to talk about the lessons specifically of marriage. Lessons of marriage, fornication, and adultery. If we look at Abraham, I'll start from Abraham because there was a time that Abraham went to a place, actually twice, went to a place and lied to say his wife was a sister. So that king was interested. So the king took the wife and wanted to marry her, but God restrained. In both occasions, God restrained those kings to touch the wife. I remember one place was Egypt. And God went into the night, into their dreams, the dreams of the king, and said, if you dare touch that woman is a wife to that man, and that man is a prophet of God. If you do that, you'll be, I think, something like dead. Then the king in the morning was very furious too, because of what Abraham did. Or both kings, and one of the kings said something like, now I'm as good as a dead man, because you gave your wife to me. You gave your wife to me. So what lesson can we learn there? Sleeping with other people's wives is risky. May God forgive. Sleeping with other people's wives, it is as good as killing yourself. The Bible, I think in Proverbs, talks about a young man who lacks wisdom. A young man who lacks wisdom, who goes about to sleep with women. Then there was a woman in the street. She told him to say, I've prepared the bed. My husband has gone in a far place. So he went into her, and as the animal goes for slaughter, the spear pierced his heart. Brothers and sisters, there is death in fornication, more especially sleeping with other people's wives, prohibited. Then I want to talk about the second lesson. This lesson is about Isaac, the son to Jacob. When Isaac was about to marry, when Abraham was old, he told his servant, I want you to go to my brothers and take a wife for my son. And that's where the servant of God asked Abraham to say, what of if I don't find any? What of if that lady refuses to come? So what's the lesson there? They are children of God, young men who want to marry, and they are told, if you marry, they are told who want to marry outside the church, outside the brothers, outside the women of the church. And when you tell, the reasons they give is, maybe I will not find anyone in church, maybe I won't find somebody who will suit me. And the answer that Abraham gave to that man is that the Lord who told me to shift, to come to this place, is going to provide. Believe me, brothers and sisters, the Lord who converted you to become a Christian, who made you to become a new creation, to become part of the family of the Lord Jesus Christ, is going to provide a wife for you within those his children within the church of God. When I talk about the church of God, I talk about believers. Within believers. The third lesson is that when that man went to find this lady, the qualities that this man was looking for, the qualities that this lady had are the qualities that you ladies who want to get married are supposed to have. This lady, when she was asked to feed the flock, she had respect for elders. She respected him. She never knew the man, but respected him. And respected him that he's an elder. You have sugar daddies who are elder, and you are praying to say you want a son of God, a child of God to marry. No. She respected elderly people. So when this elderly man told her to say, I'm asking for water, she said, I'll even feed your flock. She was willing to help. She was willing to extend her hand as long as she can manage. This is the quality that this lady had. You ladies out there, do you have this quality that this lady had? The quality whereby you can extend your hand, you can extend the hand of some of you, you don't even like your in-laws. You cannot even support your father-in-law. You don't even have those qualities, but you want to get married to a believer. So, you may be blessed because of behavior. Have a good character if you want to get married or to marry. Have a good character. When we talk about Isaac, when this man went there, the brothers were so helpful. Laban was so helpful. And when they came back, what happened to Isaac? Isaac was in the field praying, interceding. Young men and women, young men specifically, you want to marry, but you've never prayed about your marriage. You've never sought God. You never asked God for his intervention about your marriage. Seek God. Pray, intercede as you seek for who to marry. There is an elder who used to say that some of these people have married knives. Ask God to help you so that you can marry good wives. So thereafter, when we get to after that, Isaac was married. Then they had children, 2 children. You see, the wife was prayerful. She went to ask for God. Why is it that there is this in my stomach? They are like fighting. So God used to give her information. Then after that, Isaac had two children. Then Esau married among those who are not of his kindred or of his brothers. And the 2 wives were a thorn to his parents. So now Isaac told Jacob that you should not marry among these people around here. Go and marry from my brothers. The same lesson that he learned. Parents, lessons that you learned, that marrying from the church is so important. Make sure that you transfer that information to your children. And when Esau realized that these wives that I have are not pleasing to my parents, he went and married again. Marrying again is not a solution. Marrying, changing wives is not a solution. Work on the wives that you have. Work on them. Help them. Let them become children of God. And so there will be something good. Intercede for them. So Jacob went to marry on the other side. Now because Jacob was, the name the name Jacob meant a deceiver. So he deceived the brother. He went there. So he was also deceived. He was given the other wife because he forgot to pray, was just working. There are times that we work to make sure that we marry better wives. Working alone cannot help you marry a better wife. Working with prayer will help you marry a better wife. You end up marrying again. So after that, again, he married. And then after marrying for the second time, there was segregation. When you marry two wives, you treat the other better than the other. There will be segregation, and God crossed the womb of the other of the person of Rachel, the wife he loved. And Leah got many children, and later Rachel got the children. But he has to bear the task of going back to the brother and to go and live among with the brother, because that was the promised land. Then when they went there, the daughter, Dinah, went to visit Vakashana. Ladies, it is not important. It is not okay to be visiting people anyhow. You are there moving up. She was raped. They abused her, and she was married to the outsiders because of her behavior of moving. Learn to stay at home. Learn to learn from your parents. Learn not to visit people anyhow, even in their secret places, because she went to visit people of another land, and she went in a secret place. She was raped. And they said, now, okay, we want to marry. You start negotiating after you've had sex before. After you are bearing children, and you start negotiating for marriage. It is not okay. And sometimes you may find that you don't get along with your in-laws because of the way you entered marriage. That's why the in-laws, the brothers to this lady, killed the whole village after advising them to get circumcised. So get along with your in-laws. Do it in a right way. These are the few things that I wanted to share. I think there are more lessons, but these are a few that I wanted to share. May God bless you. Amen.